Well, I want to start with a shout out to Pink Chihuahua over on YouTube. If y'all don't know who she is, well, you better find out and go over there because she is on it. All right. My little country girl from Tennessee is on it. And in fact, I'm going to have her video that I need you to use for reference will be linked below in the comment section. All right. So I don't have to rehash the whole thing, but I just want to discuss what's going on here. All right. Again, you have to watch Pink's video. While you're there, subscribe to her, please. You have to watch this to understand what's going on. In essence, GYPSY's trying to change fucking history. Like Winston in 1984, his job, remember? The Ministry of Truth. He would get things like fix the history of some event that happened or take so-and-so's name out of everything. This is what she's doing. This is what the motherfucker is trying to do. That's what that was. That was a book based, right? An art form based on what they were going to do. That was a warning book they're going to do to us. All right? And that's what GYPSY is doing. She's trying to go back now and edit history. So anyone from here forward sees that will think, well, okay, well, that's what it is. If I just Google it, well, Wikipedia will come. Oh, well, there it is. Not only was she trying to change her shit, right? Looks like they're not going to edit her. Are they going to just let her edit in a daughter she doesn't have any proof of? I was told that they don't put the children on there unless it's confirmed. And that, I don't know, like I don't know how that shit works, but someone, an administrator or someone there, I don't know there's someone that's got that job. I think that researches it and they place it on there is what I'm trying to say. Because they just sometimes will put the number of children on there. Maybe the person doesn't want them to say, but someone's putting, you know what I mean? So someone's putting something on there that and there's no baby for her on there. And that's very odd. All right. They all have that on there. They might not say their names or anything, but they'll say they have 3 children. They have 2 children, whatever. And you guys know that. And I bet she's going to try like hell to edit that in some kind of way. Right? She saw she was trying to change her page, right? If that were not bad enough. Now, there's a Wikipedia page for the murder of Claudine Blanchard. There's a page for it. She's on there trying. You have to watch the video linked below in the comment section. Pink breaks it down for you. Okay? She's over there with some name. And this is really thanks to Reddit and all that shit. It's Reddit. See how this goes? See how this goes from one person to the next like this? This is what happens. And they're pointing out the bitch's name is GYPSY, whatever the fuck his name is. Okay, so duh. And she's on their feet. It shows edit histories and attempts and all this shit. Pink will show you. And it's breaking. She's trying. Look what she's trying to do now. Listen to this. This tells it all right here. This tells it all. Okay? If we had the forensic persons on the witness stand for the state that come up here to say that this, and the jury heard it, that this bitch is trying to change the narrative of, now look at this, it either said GYPSY and Go to John were planning the murder together for a couple years in advance, or it said that she was, which that's the truth. She was. He didn't want anything to do with it. He felt forced to do it. Remember the recovered text messages to his friend Lori. I have to do so. What I have to do defies the laws of nature. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. I have to do if I have to do it to keep her, I'll do it. That's not him planning it actively. That's him scared to death and can't stand that the day's going to approach one time, right? That's what that is. No, that motherfucker was planning it the whole time. And what she's doing is she's trying to switch it to Go to John. That's what she did. Go to John had been planning it for a couple years and then drew poor, innocent little GYPSY. Right? Right? Little fucked up girl in the wheelchair. Little innocent. I'm so nice and there are angels amongst me. You know the deal. It's all an act. That was all a fucking show. Her mother was a fucking con woman, God rest her soul, and she taught her daughter to be one. And that's all that was. And when Dee Dee got in the way, this opportunist motherfucker, ungrateful bitch, got her out the way. Period. Point blank. For various reasons. All advantageous to her. The motive for her to take her mother out in this case is so goddamn strong. I've never seen it even. That's what she's over there doing now. She's actually trying to edit and change the history, not unlike what they did in 1984. You guys, it's the same thing. It is the same thing. And that was a warning book that this would be happening. And but instead of them doing it, like the government's doing it slick like, what they did is first they got us to believe that everything in Google is the truth. And that's what you guys do. You Google it. They made it a verb, guys. They made a search engine, a software browsing thing, into a verb. Go ahead and Google it. Google always tells the truth. Don't you understand what they've done? And then they took it a step for AI. Well, it's always the truth. No. It's the truth of who's programming on the other end of it, how they want it slanted, and how they want to work their AI within the AI. You understand? Okay. That's what's happening. They got us to believe that. And what does everyone do? They Google it because you think that's the ultimate truth, and it's not. At the beginning, it was true things, guys. This is how they did it. They're so smart. This is the government, these wealthy, smart elites working against us that all have good educations and gave us shit educations. So we can't even think outside the goddamn box at all. You all can't do deep reasoning. A lot of you can't use logic and stuff. You can't. If it's not on the surface, if you don't see something in black and white that shows like the person in the act, that's not proof. I need a receipt. And it's not your fault. But this is what they did. They got us to believe that everything out of Google and this AI is the truth. Because at first it was. Remember? It was articles and then definitions you could pull up. Remember? This is why they did it this way. Now, all of a sudden, just Google it. AI search. There you go. And it's even tailored to whoever's device it is. How they want your way of thinking. That's where this is going. All right? And all of you just Google things. And that's your proof. Here, I Googled it. I researched it, they say. Haven't cracked a book, haven't made a phone call, haven't done... They did a deep dive. I did a deep dive. I Googled it. And the first article that popped up, I went with all the information. I researched it. I saw the name Harvard in it somewhere. So it's good. This is what they've done to us. And this bitch, right before our eyes, because it shows you the edit history, it shows you the attempts, it shows them when they even tell the person, no, try again. And she's doing it in the name Jip Urker. Why would she even do that? It's almost as though this is purposeful, guys. It's almost as though they want to expose them for real. Almost. Is the devil punk in this bitch? I don't know. Why would she do that? Now everyone can see what she's doing. She's trying to change. Do you guys understand the significance of this? She is trying to change the wording from... I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt that the wording was GYPSY and Go to John were together planning the murder for 2 years in advance. And she's trying to drop the GYPSY part. Like, Go to John, because he's such a fucking freak and a killer. One of them dammer types. I think she said a dammer type, maybe? Oh, my God. She wants to make it look like he's a psycho and he belongs exactly where he's at, and that he planned this shit because he was just so hell bent on getting rid of her mother that he sucked her into it. This is what we're supposed to believe. But these videos are coming out, and all these things are coming out, and you know all those ladies on YouTube, and Becca Scoops is going to get a hold of it. You already fucking know that. You already know that. And then Ashley Baby's going to jump on the fucking bandwagon. You already know that. And it's going to show how she systematically, methodically chose this man because of his disabilities. Because of them. Not in spite of them. Because of them. And then she slowly used her feminine wiles, love, promises of all love and all this to manipulate him. And we're going to see this video after video and email and message after message and Facebook posts and whatever these women have recovered. And they're going to do this. So she has got to try her best now to get anyone to believe that he's the psycho. And somehow we're going to have to once again, be asked to believe our lying eyes. We're going to watch these videos of her systematically talking this dude into thinking he's a BDSM fucking freak. And that's what she is running around with the Star Wars. The 30, 40, 50-year-old men that dress up like fucking villains, they call it, you know, and do role playing. These are grown men. This is what she's running around with, okay? Dressed up. You guys see the evidence. All the different wigs and knives. She's even posing. Fancy Maselli is the first one to point this out, but y'all call her crazy. Why do y'all always call Fancy Maselli crazy? First of all, I'd like to address that real quick, but I'm running out of time. She's always crazy or reaching. No, she's not. No, she's not. But I don't have time. We see she's all over that house making these explicit pictures. Wigs fucking hanging out the drawers. We see all these pictures of all these different things she's doing. Not him. Not him. We're gonna see how she talked him in to thinking that he was a freak, talking to him to that he's got this alter ego. That will all be placed into his head. I'm telling you, he did not bring Victor and thoughts of having to have the 13-year-old offer to him, and he did not bring any of that to the table. He did not bring any of that to the table. And this is going to show this lying bitch, and she's trying to get out from under it. And at the same time, I'm showing you how she actually tricked him into stabbing a dead body so he would believe that he completed the binding ritual to marry this bitch. And this is going to happen all at the same time. And I'll see you in the next video.